Yo, what's good, fam? Seemlytuber back, and today we are stepping into the digital coliseum because I'm about to drop a tier list so spicy, so undeniably controversial, it might just shatter your screens and send the internet into a full-blown meltdown. Get ready, because we're talking shonen protagonists, and when it comes to the top spot, my pick isn't just gonna make you gasp. It's gonna make some of you outright rage. This is my tier list based on years of anime obsession, deep dives into online discourse, and frankly, some picks that will make you question everything you thought you knew about what makes a main character truly legendary. You think you're ready for this level of fire? Let's get into it. Alright. Let's set the rules of engagement before the comment section becomes a war zone. When we're talking about a shonen protagonist tier list, we're not just talking about raw power, fam. We're talking about the whole package. Character growth, do they evolve, do they learn, or do they just scream louder? Impact on their world. Do they genuinely change the narrative, or are they just along for the ride? Unwavering resolve/drive, do they have a clear goal, and do they pursue it relentlessly? No matter the cost. Unique abilities and fight IQ. How cool are their powers? Do they use their brains or just punch harder? Leadership and inspiration. Do they rally allies? Do they make us want to follow their journey? Fan connection and discourse. How much do they spark conversation, debate, and genuine emotional investment? This list is subjective, obviously, but it's backed by a lifetime of shonen love and countless hours scrolling through online debates on X. I still call it Twitter sometimes, old habits. So let's break down these tiers. For the solid contenders to the absolute legends. And then to the pick that's gonna send shockwaves through the fandom. Kicking things off in the B tier, we've got your solid, reliable, but perhaps less groundbreaking heroes. Think of characters like Tanjiro Kamado from Demon Slayer. He's got heart. He's got incredible dedication, and his journey is powerful. But in terms of sheer protagonist complexity or world-altering impact from his actions alone, he fits here for me. He develops beautifully, but maybe doesn't redefine the game like others. Moving up to A tier, we're talking about strong contenders, protagonists who bring a lot to the table, and often spark fierce debate themselves. Here, I'm putting characters like Asta from Black Clover. Yeah, I know. Some of you might be screaming already. He's the underdog king, the relentless loudmouth, and his anti-magic is undeniably unique. He embodies the never give up spirit like few others. He's all about shattering expectations and earning every inch of his power. He's got that raw, infectious energy. For me, he's a prime example of an A-tier shonen protagonist who's consistently inspires. Bro, what's wrong with me, bro? Also in A-tier, let's talk about Izuku Midoriya, Deku from My Hero Academia. He's the ultimate underdog, inheriting power, but truly making it his own through sheer will and intelligence, and a lot of body breaking. His journey from quirkless to mastering one for all, his strategic mind, his desire to save everyone makes him incredibly compelling. The online discourse often debates his reliance on inherited power, but his powerful growth and relentless drive to be a symbol of peace are undeniable. These A-tier heroes are fantastic. They carry their shows and they genuinely make you root for them, but they're not the one. Alright, fam. So, we're getting into the S tier. This is where the Mount Rushmore of shonen protagonists reside. These are characters who have defined generations, broken sales records, and built entire universes on their backs. Oh my soul! Of course, you've got Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece, the Pirate King himself, his unwavering dream, his magnetic charisma that draws everyone to him, his simple yet profound desire for freedom, and his ability to always bounce back makes him an absolute legend. We're not arguing this. His journey is the epitome of adventure, and his impact on his world is undeniable. The man embodies freedom, joy, and resilience. Then there's Naruto Aki from Naruto, the ultimate underdog. From hated orphan to respected Hokage, his journey of perseverance, his undeniable will, his abilities to turn enemies into friends with that talk no jutsu that we all know and love, and his mastery of incredible ninja techniques make him an icon. Naruto's impact isn't just on his village, but on every single character he interacts with, changing their lives for the better. He literally achieved his impossible dream through sheer grit. And of course, the OG, the Saiyan who started it all, Son Goku from Dragon Ball, the man who constantly pushes limits, fights for the thrill of battle, and has saved the universe more times than we can count. His boundless power, his pure heart, and his eternal quest for strength. Who doesn't love OG Dragon Ball? Seeing the growth of Goku over the years have made him the quintessential shonen hero. Goku sets the bar for what a shonen protagonist can achieve, from planet-busting to universe-shaking feats. These three are undisputed S-tier legends. They belong on any top list hands down, but for my ultimate number one pick, especially for a list about controversy and impact on online discourse, I'm going somewhere else, somewhere a little darker, somewhere that's going to make some of you throw your phones across the room. You ready, fam? My number one, the most impactful, most debated, and in my opinion, the most compelling shonen protagonist in all of anime is Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. Yeah, I said it, and I can already feel the collective what? Echoing across the internet. The comments are probably already pure fire, but Seemlytuber, he's a mass murderer. He became the villain. Attack on Titan isn't even traditional shonen. And to that I say exactly. That's precisely why he's my pick for this controversial list. Let's break down why Eren Yeager, despite his unconventional path, embodies the absolute pinnacle of what a shonen protagonist can be, especially in terms of growth and impact. Unparalleled character growth, fam. No other shonen protagonist undergoes such a radical, terrifying, yet utterly compelling transformation. Eren starts as the most archetypal shonen hero, a hot-headed, revenge-driven boy who wants to kill all Titans to protect his friends and gain freedom. He's naive, he's reactive, he's driven by pure righteous anger, but over the course of the series, we watch him mature, harden, and become a calculating, morally ambiguous leader. He grapples with impossible truths, the weight of his destiny, and the horrifying choices he must make for his vision of freedom. From a screaming child to a philosophical, world-ending Titan, his evolution is unmatched. You see every step of his terrifying descent into becoming what he needed to be. Unwavering resolve and drive. Eren's core motivation from episode 1 to the final chapter has always been freedom. His desire to free himself, his friends, and his people from the walls, and then from the oppressive world outside, is the unwavering North Star of this entire journey. Even when his methods become horrific, even when he becomes an antagonist to other characters, he remains the protagonist of his own story, fiercely committed to his goal. He never gives up on his ultimate objective, no matter the personal cost or the global devastation. That kind of singular, terrifying resolve is something few protagonists fully embody. Profound impact on his world. Name another shonen protagonist who literally reshapes the entire world by their actions. Eren doesn't just defeat villains. He fundamentally alters the geopolitical landscape, history, and very concept of peace and war within his universe. His actions directly lead to the rumbling, forcing humanity to confront its past and its future in the most brutal way possible. His impact is not just powerful, it's apocalyptic. He forces everyone, characters and viewers alike, to question morality, destiny, and the true meaning of freedom. The sheer scale of the consequences stemming directly from his choices is unparalleled. Relatability and philosophical depth. Initially, Eren is incredibly relatable. Who hasn't felt trapped or desired freedom? But as his journey progresses, he forces us into uncomfortable philosophical debates. Is he a hero, a villain, a necessary evil? The fact that fans are still furiously debating his actions, his motivations, and his ending on X in every form proves his enduring controversial power. He's not just a character, he's a catalyst for deep discussion about morality, revenge, and destiny, and about politics. But there's another video for another time. Pushing shonen boundaries. Yes, Attack on Titan eventually transcends traditional shonen tropes. It becomes darker, more cynical, more complex than many other series. But Eren, as its central figure, is at the forefront of this evolution. He shows that a shonen protagonist doesn't have to be purely good, always smiling, or simply fighting bigger bads. He can be tragic, morally gray, and driven by a desperate, heartbreaking conviction that leads to global catastrophe, all while remaining the focal point of the narrative. This boundary pushing makes it, for me, the most compelling protagonist to ever grace the genre. He makes you feel, he makes you think, and he makes you argue. Now let's preempt those keyboard warriors out there. The biggest criticism: he became a villain. How can he be a protagonist? And my answer is simple. He remained the protagonist of his own story. He was acting on his own will, for his own perceived freedom. Right up until the very end, he didn't switch sides. He simply chose a path that we might perceive as villainous from an external viewpoint. But from his internal perspective, from his unwavering resolve to protect his friends and achieve his definition of freedom, he remained the driving force, the central character we were following. His actions might be horrifying, but his narrative journey is undeniably central and active. Not traditional shonen. True, later Attack on Titan isn't, but why is that a weakness? Anime evolves, and Attack on Titan showed that shonen could mature, could embrace darker themes, and still tell an incredibly compelling story centered around a protagonist's escalating journey. Eren's controversial nature makes him more fascinating, not less. He's not meant to be simply liked. He's meant to be understood, debated, and remembered. So fam, that's my pick. Eren Yeager as the ultimate, most controversial yet most impactful shonen protagonist on this list. From a naive boy Kasumba raised to a tragic figure burdened by a destiny, his journey is a masterclass in character development, unwavering resolve, and profound narrative impact. He challenges everything we expect from a hero, and that's precisely why he stands at the top of my most controversial tier list. But who do you think, Seemlytuber fam? Am I completely off my rocker? Do you agree that Eren's controversial journey makes him a top tier protagonist? Or do you think I need my head examined and that Luffy, Naruto, or Goku are the true kings? Let me know in the comments below. Don't hold back. Let's get this fiery, passionate, but respectful debate going. If this video made you think, made you argue, or even just made you feel something, smash that button and subscribe to Seemlytuber for more epic anime tier lists, heated debates, and all the shonen heat you can handle. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our weekly drops, and check out our other controversial picks right here at the end screen. Check y'all in the next anime discussion. Peace.